I have some good news to tell you about your fourth stimulus check, so you want to be sure to stay until the end of the video. Can help many of you folks out.
Overwhelming majority of the people in the Democratic caucus. Look, we worked with Senator Manchin to pass the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, which was enormously consequential and helpful to working class families in getting us out of the economic disaster.
Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar and other Democrats took the latest leap forward in pushing for ongoing stimulus checks to the struggling Americans. Representative Omar proposed the Support Act and the GPI Act. These new stimulus bills, folks, would guarantee us a guaranteed income of up to $1,200 a month and $600 for children a month.
It's a tough day for him and everybody who lost someone. And you know, I know you've heard me say it before, and I'll probably get criticized for saying it again. But these memorials are really important. But they're also incredibly difficult for the people who are affected by it.
Now, if the Support Act was approved, the entire program is going to be worth about $2.5 billion, lasting from 2023 to 2027. Under the proposed bill, each eligible individual will receive $14,400 per year, or around $28,000 per year for eligible couples or two adult households.
Let me thank Senators Murphy and Lee for their excellent work on this very, very important piece of legislation. I think it is clear that in the midst of the climate crisis, the issue of war and peace may not be on the front burner, and people may have taken their eyes off of it. But this is an issue of enormous consequence which must be addressed, and in this very important piece of legislation, we do just that. Let us never forget.
Mr. President, the Congress and the Senate here have got to make a very fundamental decision, and that is, do we listen to the American people who are hurting today, to seniors who have worked their whole lives but who just cannot get by in what in many cases are meager and inadequate Social Security benefits? Do we listen to them? Do we stand up for and with the people who helped build this country, who worked the farms, who worked in our factories, who served us in the armed forces? Do we stand?
Who lost someone on September 11th, 2001, and in the aftermath of the attacks. So many in our nation, too many in our nation, have deeply felt the passage of time these last 20 years. Every birthday, your loved one missed. Every holiday. Every time her favorite team won, or his favorite song.
Now here's how to find out if you're eligible for this check, everybody. Single filing adults with an AGI of $0 to $75,000, while jointly filing adults with incomes of $0 to $150,000 will be eligible for the full $1,200 stimulus check. Now while the Guaranteed Income Program monthly payments are not called stimulus checks, Omar acknowledged that the bill was inspired by the stimulus checks during the crisis. Even Senator Elizabeth Warren continues her push for more direct relief and a fourth round of checks. What do you think about Senator Elizabeth Warren, everybody? Do you support her push for more stimulus payments? Tell me in the comments below. Now, after the child tax credit payment was sent on July, 3.3 million children were lifted out of poverty. Nearly 90% of families in the United States with children received the credits worth $300 for children under 6, and $250 for those between the ages of 6 and 17. The full enhanced credit is available for heads of households earning $112,500 a year, and the IRS sent more than $15 billion to parents of roughly 61 million children in August. Folks, it's good to see that these stimulus checks are helping out American people. I believe that more of them must be approved. Tell me in the comments if you guys agree with me. I really appreciate everybody's amazing support. So if you guys have any more questions on the fourth round of stimulus payments, then be sure to leave them in the comments below. I will do my very best in answering them. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day.
So it's a tough day for him and everybody who lost somebody. And you know, I know you've heard me say it before, and I'll probably get criticized for saying it again, but these memorials are really important, but they're also incredibly difficult for the people who are affected by it, because it brings back the moment you got the phone call. It brings back that instant you got the news, no matter how many years go by. So I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking of all the people. When I was down at the Rug, talking to a number of family members who lost somebody. You know, think about it. Talk about genuine heroism. I'm not talking about the news media now, but think of all of you if you're on that plane. Knowing how many of you said, I got a good idea. Let's go up and rush that cabin. Even though you knew that probably they're going to do something you're going to lose anyway, but it's one thing to say, I know I should step up, another thing to do it. That's genuine heroism. That's not on the margins, that's not, maybe you did heroic, I mean, you know, and I just think, I thought that President Bush made a really good speech today. Genuinely good speech about who we are. We're not, the core of who we are is not divided. It's just this notion of, I don't know how to explain it. I think, Jeff, I'll talk to you a little about this. I think the real issue for those kids I just had a picture taken with, some of them had Trump hats from last year. I think for them it's going to be, are we going to, in the next 4, 5, 6, 10 years, demonstrate that democracies can work or not? Because I had just had a long, I'm not going to discuss it with you now, but I had a long conversation with President Xi for over an hour and a half. Not last night, the night before last. And I've had that one-on-one summit with Putin, and I've spoken with others. There's a lot of autocrats who truly believe that democracies can't function in the 21st century. It's not a joke. They think because the world is changing so rapidly and people are so divided, you can't bring people together in a democracy to get a consensus. And the only one